Go live. Phone, so I can read chat. Oh my gosh, okay, wait. Oi, we're doing the thing. Okay. Yes, I know it's being live streamed. Okay. Let's pull this slightly. And that's. Oh no, I whittled it. Okay, good. Okay, good. Now I just need to sign into the appropriate account so I can post in the chat properly.
You might want to.
La la la.
Are we live on the internet?
We are live on the internet. Okay, I'm just try. Oh wait, gotta mute myself.
Walking around Diana.
Okay. Hello to Jen and Linda and Tracy and Asa.
Okay. Hi.
Oh yes,
Hello.
thank you. I have a chillin' with my snowmies sweatshirt. Jen
You have
likes my
another
sweater.
sweater.
Oh, I've got another sweater.
Well, we want samples, don't we? So I had to grab a sample. I didn't do it.
No, you didn't. I'm doing it. It's all me. It's all me. I'm ruining everything.
It was alive. I had to grab emergency fudge. We didn't have anything to snack on.
I'm not actually cold and they'll probably melt in a few minutes, but I'll wear the sweater for now.
The steam vents are still closed, except for the one in the living room.
Scooch. There we go. Okay.
We're in.
I just kind of lean this way and then I'm more or less in frame.
All I
Hello,
know is
Erin.
There's a microphone right where my head is visually for me.
Sorry, I was just like, I'm trying to get it closer to me because I'm quiet. Wait, let's move that.
Watch, it'll be in frame.
Yeah.
And then it's
Not in frame.
out of
Hey!
frame. And closer to Diana.
Yay! I can reach the microphone now with my fingers.
We needed snacks. It's alive.
It's very important.
So I grabbed some fudge.
I've been provided with coffee. This is glorious because my parents' week-old coffee grinder died yesterday.
Super fancy coffee grinder that took forever to get there. And I'm like, $20 local superstore. Mine works
Oh
fine.
my god! And it's the dumbest thing. Like a millimeter of plastic broke off, so a thing isn't held in the right place, so the coffee machine, so it jams because of a millimeter of plastic, and it's a week old.
Mm-hmm.
So upset.
Can I recommend the $20 one at Superstore?
Oh my god, maybe.
The last time I had to replace that one, my first one I bought 20 years ago in high school, my last year of high school.
Oh my gosh.
And then I just replaced it just before my 20th high school reunion would have been this past summer. $20 Superstore, guys. Sometimes it's the way to go.
$1 a year, yeah.
Yeah. That's super legit. I'm totally okay with that. Here are my last year ones. I need those, not next year's. I need last year's first.
Yes, I brought my last year's one. I have lots of ideas.
Good. Have you been seeing the chat thread? Because
they had lots of great ideas in there.
From here to next Tuesday going on in there. All right.
How is Diana's square cardigan going? Is that you mean like the patchwork one with the crocheted squares?
The one I'm supposed to be seaming for her that she
It didn't fit in the suitcase. I'm sorry. It didn't fit.
She's mailing it to me.
It'll get done eventually.
Yeah, when I show up to visit for a week and seam it.
Maybe. Yeah. Honestly, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay, so I actually brought the paper because that fit in the suitcase.
Okay, the paper didn't fit in the suitcase. We were going to have words. You were packing the wrong things. The wrong things. Guys.
Ooh, Elsa's got some Earl Grey in the moderator cup. Nice.
I'm so happy we made that.
And Sherry's here as well. Excellent.
Good. Things that are doing, stuff that is going. I did not mute my phone.
I remember to mute my phone.
Let's do that before someone calls or messages me.
Okay, well that took about 3.5 minutes. I'm melting now.
Well, while you strip, I'm going to say, so welcome to the Northern Knits podcast. We are two friends in fiber who knit knit, chat, crochet, craft, talk. We do things on the internet. It's not a regular episode, guys. We're going to do our bingo card wrap up for the year. We're live because we're in person. So we decided for fun.
I'm stealing some graph paper and pen, by the way.
I have markers, I have pencil and crayons, I have pens, I have highlighters. We can.
Oh, we're getting crafty up in here.
We can doodle like we're both in junior high, and it's our pants. Like we can go to town.
I never actually did that, but yes.
Oh man, I decorated from my knees down on my flared jeans, drove my mother nuts. Super intense ink drawings. I don't think I learned anything in grade 9, but man, could I doodle. Man, could I doodle. So we're gonna do the bingo card live wrap up. Because I know that I'm atrocious at keeping us on track, and if I don't keep us on track, it doesn't happen. I have already scheduled quarterly check-ins for us next year.
Oh, perfect.
Because
I'm stealing this pen too.
Boy, will we forget this. And put it off to the end of the year.
Oh my God, yes.
Like pros. So my dad helped when he was in town. He hung my corkboard for me.
Wonderful.
So
yes.
I can now pin it to the corkboard instead of having it shoved in a drawer. So I will be
That's
staring me in the
smart.
face. It'll be staring me in the face the whole year. So it's gonna go up there.
I'm gonna scribble some ideas on the back here.
3 of them. Wait for that thought to think in our head.
3 of which? Sorry?
3 crafting gold things.
Oh my God, you have 3?
3.
What did you add?
A sewing one. Of
Oh, of course you did.
course I did. And I don't think I really like it. I think I gotta change it to a different sewing one, which is a whole other thing we can talk about. So we're gonna start with what we accomplished last year or this year that we're wrapping up under the theory that on the 30th of December, we're done. Neither Diana or I are going to magically get another square, which is a lie. If I did the bind off, I could magically have another square. I probably won't.
If I do something tonight, I could potentially have 1 more square, but it doesn't help me with a bingo, so I don't think I'm gonna do it.
Because if I wait and I bind off the 1st of January, first thing in the morning, I can start January the 1st with an FO and a cast on. And I'm liking that idea way too much. So that is probably what's going to happen for me. So I will start, or Diana will start. Who wants to start? I've got more. I always have more. How's chat doing? Do you guys have all your cards?
Okay, let's catch up on chat.
I got a sip.
Everybody's saying hi.
the
Discussing
record?
pajamas. Excellent. I wanted to be in my pajamas, but I have to go out in public to get here. So Tracy's got a tea called Let It Snow. That sounds lovely.
We're both drinking coffee today. I'm risking it. I'm drinking real coffee.
Jocelyn gave me some maple butter pecan skinny syrup
Yes.
for the Stella's coffee.
Maple bourbon
We're-
pecan skinny syrup to
Oh
go
my
in
God, it's
Stella's
so
coffee.
good. It's so good.
Now you know why I like the skinny syrup so much. It's got nothing to do with the skinny part. It's just really good flavoring. And it's for me, it's a non-sugar sugar. Since I'm trying
Which
to
works.
watch how much sugar I have in my body. Okay, so I did a make 9 challenge. I don't think Diana did.
I did not this year, no.
And I managed to cast on 3 of the 9 things I wanted to work on. 4 of the 9 things I wanted to work on, but I only finished 1.
You only finished 1 of the 9. Okay, what were all the 9 things?
So I said Starflake Shawl, which I started.
That was the Stephen West. Was that a mystery?
It was the MCAL from 2020.
Okay.
The Fragile cardigan, Fragile, Elsa's yelling at me right now because I know she told me how to pronounce this.
Yep.
It's the crochet cardigan I want to make.
Oh, that's that color work.
The colorwork crochet
The one that looks like a
cardigan.
ferrule thing, but it's crochet.
But it's
Yeah.
crochet.
You know,
Yeah.
I want to make that too.
I own it.
I want
I
one too.
really want one so bad. I did finish Winter on My Mind because I made one for Erin. It doesn't say anywhere on this make 9 that it has to be for me. It just says that's my make 9 challenge. And I made one. So it counts. Thanks, Erin. Otherwise, there would have been no X's on this one. There was the rosette pullover because I really wanted to make it. I have the yarn for it. I have the yarn wound for it. It's in a bag, ready to go.
Oh,
Never
wow.
casted it on. The Soldalt Nut crop, which I don't want to make as a crop. That I didn't have yarn for. I want to make it, but I don't have yarn picked for it. And then the Elfie tee, which I do have yarn for. The Ome vest, which I can't tell you if I finished this year or not because the check-in is until the 6th of January. So you're all going to have to wait for that and Louise and mine's check-in. The Iskald pullover, which has been on my to-make list for 2 years running because it is a V-necked basic pullover fingering weight sweater that I want, that I've owned for years pattern-wise that I want to make. I have got to stop putting that off. And then the Be Relentless mittens, which I did cast on. So I casted on 3 of them, 4 of them. I only finished 1. So like I have got to let the make 9 go. It's a really interesting idea. I don't do it. I don't do it. I ignore it. I purposely pretend it doesn't exist. I can't miss the garbage can.
It almost went in.
Well, it's kind of full. I need to throw it out.
There.
So
with force.
With force. It helps if you can see the garbage can. I'm a bit far away from it now. So I gotta stop, and I've stopped. I'm not doing a knitting make 9 anymore. I'm not doing it because hello kitten, because it just doesn't work. I did, however, make 2 bingo cards. And even better, I have a bingo on one, and I almost have a bingo on the other.
Nice.
Because I barely finished stuff this year. Oh, I lied. I have 2 bingos on this one. I do.
Oh, wow. Yes.
You gonna lie down? See, when I say she's taking over my foot space, that's where she lies.
That's a lot. That's all of the foot space.
That's all of the foot space, and sometimes she consumes 2/3 of that blanket.
Let's see. Oh, we've got Nikki Knits in chat. Hello.
Hi.
Suzanne has joined us.
Ooh,
Linda is asking what the bingo card is. We should probably talk about that.
We should.
We should explain what it is that we're doing.
Is this me explaining while you create your bingo card?
I think maybe.
Yeah, okay, cool.
I mean, I've got lots of notes. I mean, you can't probably see. I've got lots of notes now.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
The bingo card challenge is a design your own crazy. So you draw yourself out a bingo card. I love using mine as an example because I have to make it so big so I can see what I'm doing. And you fill it in. It's 25 squares. Your middle square is a free space, and you pick the level of challenges you wish to complete. I like to leave mine pretty vague, which gives me a lot of room and opportunity to sort of pick what I'm in the mood for. So I don't specify things like the Jocelyn socks or the Diana socks. I'll just write socks so I can pick whichever I'm in the mood for. Or I won't go a Fair Isle pullover or a Fair Isle cardigan. I'll just write sweater, and any sweater counts for me.
I'm being so much more generic this year.
Because I know
I
me.
put so many specific things on here, and it's just
me. It's not going to happen. The moment I put it, I'll get distracted. Something else will have come out. Something new will hit the social medias.
I'll get some shiny new yarn.
It's something pretty will float by, and that'll be what I want to make. So I'm not doing that to myself. I leave it open. Some people love to just fill this card up with specific projects that are on the list, and if that works that way for you, oh my God, do it that way. Absolutely. Some people like to look at their stash, pull out stuff and go, I've always wanted to make you this. I'm going to put that on the list. Or they'll do things like knit from stash, or not buy yarn for 3 months, or, create a project page for every pattern, every project I start on Ravelry. It is your crafting goals as it is. I make 2, one for crocheting and one for knitting because I'm a nut bar. And I love this level of crazy. This is my happy space. My happy space is to possibly 3 bingo cards of crafting ideas, because I craft to keep busy because I'm disabled. So I don't work as much as everybody else does, or at all, if we're honest. And that is because my vision doesn't hold out for a regular work day, but I can craft. So crafting is what I do. That's what I do. So it's my make work project. It's making things. So this year, I put a lot of things on here that made sense because they were things that I wanted to do or I felt strongly about, like new to you BIPOC designers. And I completely fell off the rails on that one. Not because there isn't links, not because I didn't go look, but because I simply didn't cast on any of the ones that I favorited. Go me. I'm winning. And there's lots in my favorite bundles that are by BIPOC designers.
Mm-hmm.
Did I cast any of them on this year? No.
No.
What is with me? Okay. Am I going to correct that next year? Probably. I'm going to try because my tastes are my tastes and they're all over the board. So heavens knows that an all over fingering weight color work cardigan is something I would attempt. And it might happen this year.
Mm-hmm.
It might not. I don't know. It'll depend if I find colors I want. Which is probably my big problem is I haven't found any right color combos and sweater weight quantities to start those projects.
Ah.
Yeah, that might be what's holding me back at this point. So
Rows of these do I need?
you need a 5x5 grid
Okay.
because this is
So I
spelled
need
bingo.
4 rows of 5 and a row of 4.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, you need 5. You need a 5x5.
Yes, but there's a free space in the middle of the.
There is a free space
So
in the middle.
I'm just like, how many things do I need? How many things do I have? Do
24.
I need?
You
Okay.
need 24 things because 25th is a free
5,
square.
6, 7, 8,
Right?
9,
5 times
10,
5
11,
is
12, 13,
25?
14, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24.
Did I math correctly?
Yes, 5 by 5 is 25.
Excellent.
Minus the one free square.
is 24.
So that's
Oof.
5, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24.
Making lists.
I'm making a list. Okay.
Turn
I don't
into
need
a
to do
grid?
that. Yes, I can turn this into a grid now.
Oh, excellent.
Progress. Progress.
So I had, yeah, okay.
Oh, further to your BIPOC designer, Nick says, I'm a BIPOC designer.
Oh, yes. Trust me. And had I finished socks this year by you, I would have crossed the square off. I did not. So
I think I did the Omate, the Omate this year.
the Omate was BIPOC. Yeah.
Yep.
Did I cast on an Omate even though I want one? No, because
No.
I haven't found the yarn I want to make the Omate out of yet. It's not that I don't have BIPOC designers in my library and in my favorites bundles. I just don't have the right yarn for the pattern project yet. Does that make sense? I'm sure there's got to be somebody out there nodding, going, "No, I totally get you, Jocelyn. You have to have the right yarn for the
This
project."
is not the right yarn yet.
Some of them could be, but I don't know. I don't own enough yarn. I have a whole box coming from Yarn Canada as we speak. Whole box.
Oh, Sherry's managed 4 BIPOC from Canadian Indigenous designers.
Go, Sherry.
Nice.
Yeah.
I
should
do
have
not
been
have
better.
that on here. However,
Can I count myself as a BIPOC? I mean, I am Indigenous First Nations. I'm Métis. I would count.
I
in
feel like
theory.
that counts.
But I use that to check off my own design squares. Do you guys know I did 3 patterns this year?
Ooh. Did you know that I put design and release a pattern on my very first square?
Yeah.
For a sweater that I knit last December.
Yes.
Yeah,
Did you get around to writing that?
No.
Yeah, cool. The third one isn't even with
That's
Asa
the
yet.
thing where if I do it tonight, it counts. I suppose technically if I do it tomorrow as well.
So long as you get it done before midnight.
Yeah, as long as I get it done before midnight tomorrow, I can check out one more square.
It's like 11 o'clock at night. You're driving me home from gaming. I have to finish writing. You have to take me home first. I'm old. Okay. What did I get done? I did get some shawls done. I did get some sweaters done. I did release new designs. 2 got released this year. The King's Flame and the Hot Pots got released this year. I did a lot of sweaters. I did a lot of sweaters. I did some fingerless mittens, which I gave to Diana.
Mm-hmm.
I have a shawl, which I gave to Diana. I actually did a couple pairs of socks, and I know they count for this year's socks because they were from the bird sock colorway, which didn't exist last year. So I know I made them this year.
Divide these up into grids of 5.
But I definitely did get a bingo. So I got a diagonal bingo from corner to corner with a shawl, and I wrote the... Guys, I wrote in small print, so it's my sister's favorite things shawl, which was the MCAL this year from Cozy Up Knits. And then the sweater was the Half Moon Tee, then the Free Space, and then another sweater, which was the, man, I wrote this. This is the thing that's the Crazy Pants one. Something moon. Oh, I bet you it's the moon bow. And then I have mittens, which is the Maika mittens.
Mm-hmm.
So that was my first bingo. And then my second bingo was a row, second from the bottom. And that one was another sweater, Habanero. Socks, which I wrote Mr. Diana socks. That's the one I have to bind up tonight.
Mm.
Then I have Releasing Design, which I wrote as the King's Flame. Then another sweater, which was my Simple Hug I did, because I did the Halloween one.
I've seen this one in person.
Because
I gotta admire this for a
I
second.
didn't have my sleeves done.
This is so nice.
And
I love
then
this so much.
the
Okay, I gotta
last
make
one
one.
I had,
Gotta make one of these. This is so good.
because it's really easy and fun.
I'm gonna steal this for 2 seconds until I melt.
You're gonna put it on?
Sort of.
Sort of.
I'm not even gonna put on the sleeves because I'm gonna melt in about 2 seconds.
Well, I'm not sure how much. I mean, it's fingering held double with cotton because the gray is the cotton,
It's so nice.
and that is like the second smallest size or smallest size. So it's not like super over baggy. It's just baggy.
Super making one of these eventually one day.
There's going to be a lot of eventually one days in this one, I think.
Yeah, there's a lot of eventually one days.
I didn't do so well in my crochet one though. For the record, I split this up because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 knitting FOs. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 crochet FOs. And if I'd focused, I could have filled most of these cards because heavens knows I've been all over the place and I usually am all over the place. So with just a smidge of focus, I could get through almost 50 FOs a year, if you think about it.
Can you hear the gears grinding, going ka-chunk, ka-chunk?
Ka-chunk, ka-chunk, ka-chunk. Yeah.
It just does not compute.
Yeah. Mostly because I crochet faster than I knit. Because I crochet faster than I knit. And some of the projects that I have listed are smaller projects. They wouldn't take a whole week. Like I have stuffed animals. Well, stuffed animal for me is a couple of days worth of work and I'm done. Because it's a couple of days worth of work and I'm done. I finished those fingerless mitts in less than 2 weeks.
Nice.
Yeah. So it's like, I know I can do that many projects in a year. I just don't stay focused. I finished the Finder or the Endless Summer Adventure in less than a month and a half. And I was working on other things in the background at the same time.
What is 8 divided by 5?
Well, you can only put 5 into 8 once. So 1 point something.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to figure out how to divide this up into. I'm trying to figure out how this grid of 8 is going to become 5 even squares. The math. I have a degree in computer science, but simple math, man. Yeah, I'm just going to use a calculator.
Yeah, so I drew out a grid of 25 and put a free space in the middle, and then I just sort of filled in the squares. And try not to put too many too close together. Crochet wise, I didn't get nearly as much done. I got a cardigan done.
1.6.
I got 1 point something. I had a garment I finished. I got a blanket done. I got a gift FO done. I got a sweater finished. I got a stuffed animal finished. I did a dishcloth. I did 8 dishcloths. What else did I get done? Yeah, just the 2 blankets this year for the crochet because I did the cotton one and then I did a the scrappy one. So not as great as I wanted to do this year, but not too bad. Better than last year. Does that make sense? Like every year I'm better and better.
That is the goal, is it not?
It is the goal. I want to do more crochet cardigans. I really like those. I really like those ones. Stuffed animals. I've got this book of stuffies that I want to make.
This is not going to be a pretty card. Oh my god. This is just.
Good thing we're redoing the card afterwards when you can put it out on the table.
This is just not pretty. I thought I could do better.
2021, done.
2021 done. Okay, I guess I should talk about stuff.
I have definitely done the bulk of the talking the last little bit.
Oh goodness, what is going on here?
I don't know. Can you guys hear the rattling from my steam pipes?
Oh, Melanie has joined us in chat.
Melanie, I need something to work on. Hey, Erin, look your things right within reach.
Perfect. I guess I need to talk about some things now.
Yep.
Okay. Well, I have currently finished 3 things.
Okay.
I 4 if you count the free space. So I wanted to do the knitted velociraptor.
Yep.
And despite only getting 1 arm and no legs, I'm calling it done because Mr.
It's
Diana.
finished. You're not. He's
I'm not,
finished.
yeah.
He's finished.
Mr. Diana made a Lego legs and arm stand for my little knitted velociraptor, and I love it so much as a mixed media project. It's just not, it's done.
No,
it's done. The knitting is not, it's done. I did the knitted velociraptor, it's fine.
It's done.
I had finished a cal on time, and I finished several cals on time this year. I did the podcast anniversary on time.
You did.
And I believe I also did the Cozy Up Knits one on time.
You did.
I also wanted to participate in an MCal, a mystery knit along, which was the Cozy Up Knits one.
Yep.
As for things that I started but did not finish, I wanted to sew a skirt. I have the pattern. I have several fabrics. Didn't actually sew a skirt. I wanted to do the Mohairino medley. I casted it on. It did not get finished. Oh, Sherry's asking if you have a new cup.
Oh no, it's my festive cup that I got myself. 2018. Was that the year we went to Behind Closed Doors? One year we went to Behind the Closed Doors when, pre-pandemic. And it's a shopping night thing with St. Vital Mall. And I got a really pretty festive mug from, I believe, Second Cup. Was that the Second Cup or David's Tea? One of the two.
I feel like these are a David's Tea ones.
This might be a David's Tea one because it was big and white on the inside and had a pretty outside.
Yeah.
Okay. And I can chip my fake tooth onto.
Perfect.
Excellent.
Okay. Mohairino medley.
Trust me, Erin, when they do close doors again, post-pandemic, we will go. You will see what I mean. Diana will be jealous and or here with us.
One or the other.
One or the other is happening.
Let's see. I wanted to do my Game of Thrones shawl.
Sure.
Still.
Yeah.
That was a mystery knit along from like 2014.
Mm-hmm.
I cast it on again. I knit on it for like 2 days. So, I tried. My Lighthouse Shawl, which is a crocheted shawl, which is a whip from 2019.
Which I think you're into the final color of.
No, I'm in the middle color.
Middle color?
Yeah.
So you're halfway done.
Lighthouse Shawl is a whip. It's not done. Contours mitts.
Mm-hmm.
The oldest entire project that I had sitting waiting to be done.
Yes.
I bought the pattern and the yarn, I think at the first Manitoba Fibre Festival.
Yeah, it was pre-me.
It was pre-Jocelyn because I was there with my mom.
And you and I have known each other for almost a decade now.
So it was a very long time ago, and I still like the pattern, and I still like the yarn, and I still want to make these things, and I got like halfway through one of them.
I think you might have to rip it and redo it because there's no way your gauge is the same now, or your tension.
Yeah, because I think the last time I was working on those, it was in the apartment in Waterloo, not the house, which means I haven't touched them in over a year.
Yep.
Oh, God. Oh, okay.
Yep.
Then I have the Harry Potter mittens.
Yep.
For the kids.
Sure.
I started the Hufflepuff ones again.
You've got to stop saying you're going to knit things for your niece and nephew.
I really do. It's just bad. Just bad. Anyway, so those got started and one got half finished almost, maybe a third. And then the other thing is the 8-bit sweater, which is also a whip from that one's from 2020.
Did we know? I did that while I was out at Mom's. And I didn't go out to Mom's this year.
The 8-bit has to be 2020 because I started it because I bought the yarn I had a terrible day at my terrible job. This was before the good Shopify job. Shopify is a good job.
It had to be 2020, you're right.
Yeah, it was the job that I had briefly before that I said, I'm buying yarn and starting a thing.
Yeah. And I went, hey, here's this free thing, print all over color work. And you're like, done. Cool. I guess we're doing that now.
Yeah. So I bought a bunch of yarn and did that. I have like this much. I have half a chart and then like the decreases in the collar. And I'm like, I'm so close and I'm not going to make it.
Because it's at home.
No, it's right here actually. It's in this bag down here.
I have, you can see
I
it.
brought things to show. Duh. I packed this entire shawl for this. Okay, this is too warm. I packed this shawl for the express purpose of going, look, I finished a mystery knit along on time. Ta-da! I did finish the mystery knit along on time.
We believed you. Oh, that looks great in person. I've only ever seen it on the screen.
Oh yeah. So
I'm also seeing it backwards. Nope.
Nope, that's the front side.
Well, that was a really good call to do it in the heavier weight yarn. Mine is so damn small because it's fingering. I never wear it. I like it, so like I might redo it, but I might do what you did, which is like that nice big gradient.
The gradient was amazing. I'm so glad I had two of those.
Do it in like the DK weight, so I get like a decent sized shawl because the fingering one is so small. It's so small. It's why I'm not doing this year's. Because they don't make shawls big enough for me. They're flipping beautiful shawls, but they're never big enough for me.
I love the gradient, and the gray worked out.
Oh, no, that looks so good.
It worked out so well.
So well.
Okay, so pardon me while I wear this other thing that I'm going to melt in for a few minutes.
Well, and you also got a acrylic blanket on the chair behind you.
Yeah, I am
cardigans behind you.
I am not cold today. Sorry, where was this hanging before?
And it was hanging on the other corner. And I have my crocheted boyfriend cardigan in the cotton behind me.
Oh man. Oh, this is not a high quality Christmas sweater that I'm wearing right now, so it does not breathe.
No.
Ooh. Yeah, I guess I can show the 8-bit too because I actually brought it.
Yeah, mine's piled up there underneath my headphones.
Buried under the chocolate oranges.
Well, you're taking one for the team, aka my stomach, and getting rid of those for me.
Yeah, taking one for the team. That's definitely what I'm doing. So like, it's so close. It's so close. It's so close.
Oh, I can still beat you.
You totally can. It's just not gonna happen. It is not gonna happen by midnight tomorrow.
Erin, how many inches do I need to knit in the round on this?
Oh, on the purpley cowl thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
We've been admiring your jacquard floats.
Oh, yes. Sorry, catching up on chat. Melanie was asking, where does one find said bingo cards?
I saw the challenge a little while ago, years ago, and then I just kind of appropriated it and went, this is a really fun open challenge that anybody could do for any craft. So I'm going to grab it for the knitting and just make a card. So some people have made templates, some people have made Google Docs for it. I literally use square grid paper, which Diana stole a sheet of, and I draw squares and fill the squares in by hand. So I make mine by hand, but you can use any number of things. You could use an Excel spreadsheet, whatever works best for you and how you like to track your knitting projects. I like visually seeing them. Everybody insert blind joke here. I like visually seeing my progress. So I like having them pinned to the corkboard in the craft room.
Yes, the blind lady would like to see her things.
Air quotes.
Sorry, I shouldn't laugh quite so hard at that.
Oh no, like I walked full into that joke without even trying.
2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, well, whatever. It was a little bit bigger.
Yeah, I ended up making my squares. Okay, so my grid paper is 1-inch square grids. And that is specifically because I usually tend to use my grid paper to make taverns, hallways, dungeons, and combat scenarios for Dungeons and Dragons. And that is exactly the size for your miniatures. Yeah. So when I draw out the thing, they know how many spaces they can move in said space.
Oh, 11 inches, says Erin.
11 inches, thank you. I'm going to try to remember that. So that is simply because that is the grid paper I have at home. So they are very large squares, which works because I have very large writing so that my very bad eyeballs can have a hope of heck of seeing the things. So for me, my squares were 4x4. So that's why mine take 2 sheets.
That makes sense. I
Yeah.
should really just do this and do the little squares and then just have space.
You could make your squares smaller,
I could.
or just have them in singular squares,
I could.
or double squares and have
Whatever. This is going to be the rough
rectangles
draft, and then I'll do it nicely on the other side.
Yeah, that's fine.
How about that?
You could even have a whole other sheet of paper if you wanted.
Oh my
to
gosh,
make
such
care.
generosity. A whole other sheet of paper.
A whole other sheet of paper. It's fine. That way you can practice your doodles.
Well, Melanie's saying the bingo sounds like an excellent thing to put in my bullet journal. That is a perfect thing to put in your bullet journal. That is absolutely a
An
thing.
amazing thing to put in a bullet journal. Yeah, yeah. And I find it inspirational because you're trying. It gives you focus. So when you're like, dude, what do I cast on? 50 million patterns available. Right. My bingo card says I need a what now? Socks. Yeah, okay, let's narrow that down. Let's just look at socks right now so that I don't go, I don't know. There are too many options.
I had 14 specific projects on my card from last year.
You did none of them.
No, I did the knitted velociraptor.
Okay. You did one of them.
Yes. Many of them are casted on.
Yeah, but they're not finished. They don't count.
I started a lot of things. I finished very little. Oh man, I am absolutely doing mine this year so that I can check off multiple things. So as I'm sitting here writing my card, things that I'm going to put on my card for this year.
Got it.
I'm going to have a whole row of
Yes.
yarn weights.
Ooh, different weights.
Yes.
Yeah.
A lace, a fingering, a sport DK, an Aran worsted, and a bulky.
Are you going to specify the pattern or just the weight of yarn?
Just the weight of yarn.
Oh, I like it.
I'm going super generic this year.
It gives you a lot of space to maneuver with.
I have.
Because then that giant cat toy you made my cat would have counted because it's a bulky.
It is, yeah.
That's her taking up the least amount of space.
She's large.
She's a big cat.
She was on this desk. She'd be taking up like
The desk.
at least a third of it, honestly.
The desk.
Okay, so that's yarn weights is going to be one row.
Yep.
Another row of 5 is going to be just types of projects. So a sweater, a shawl, a cowl, fingerless mitts, and mittens.
Good, good.
The 4 row space is just going to be socks.
Okay.
Vanilla socks, pattern socks,
Mm-hmm.
socks done in non-sock weight yarn.
Ooh.
So
I
like
see more
probably,
house socks in my future.
Probably yes. I could theoretically do them in lace weight if I wanted to make really lightweight socks for some reason, but probably those are going to be like the heavier weight have socks.
Do yourself some nice heavyweight house socks. They were really nice on the floor this morning. And my hardwood floor is at -40 with the wind chill in the northwestern corner of the building that I happen to occupy.
That's
Was kind of chilly this morning on the toesies.
yeah.
Put
yeah.
the house socks on, solved that problem.
Yeah.
Now I'm wearing my Critical Roll socks I got for Christmas, and I'm very happy. Look at this stripe across the foot. There is nothing handmade about these socks.
No, they're very sportsy looking.
They are very
I didn't
sportsy
realize they were
looking.
so sportsy looking.
I love them. I love them so much. They've got a beautiful stretch. I was worried because they always say we go to size ladies 11 or men's 10 whatever, and then it's kind of tight at that size. Nope, there's still space.
Perfect.
I'm not fully stretched out, which I tend to be with a lot of commercial socks. So happy. Also tall enough. The Critical Roll ones are like halfway up my calf. It's a
Very
long
sportsy
leg,
socks.
which is great in the wintertime because then we're really reducing the snow down the boot problem.
Yeah,
And
that is a problem.
even with knee-high boots, Manitoba, there is a snow down the boot problem you have to be aware of if you off-road like I do randomly.
And we're going this way through a snow.
And all of a sudden I'm off-roading. I don't leave the city, so I am talented, people. I did to my dad, and dad's like, and you're off-roading. I'm like, I'm falling over whatever time.
It's fine. Still going in roughly the right direction.
I'm walking into a post.
What's my hair doing? It's sticking to everything behind me.
I don't
God.
know what your hair's doing. My hair's up in a bun because I didn't bother to brush it after I bathed.
That's roughly why my hair's in a ponytail.
Look at these jacquard floats. Just look at them. I didn't do these. These are Erin. This is all Erin. I'm just doing her stockinette for her.
The undersized fur pretty.
So good. This is the inside. Took us a little bit to figure out how to get it all flipped around so I could knit it around for her, but we got it mastered.
Oh, yeah.
And up a millimeter and like a half or something to get gauge.
Oh my goodness. Nikki's suggesting the northern sock.
The northern sock is
a
definitely
house sock.
a good house sock.
Definitely
could use some
could do
northern
that.
socks for my birthday. It's in March. They're like worsted. You can do
You
it.
have feet, yeah.
I have feet.
Okay.
They could use more. I could always use more socks. I wear through socks. I also wear them a lot.
Oh, and lace socks are probably not a great idea. Lace weight socks.
No.
They'll take forever and they'll wear out super quick.
Why? At that point, it's so warm. Just wear flip flops. It's fine.
Yeah. So house socks.
House socks.
So non-sock weight socks.
Non-sock weight socks.
And gift socks.
Good idea. Hey, I'd be gift socks.
So I could do some vanilla bulky house socks as a gift.
For
And
your mom.
there's 3 squares right there.
Yep.
Okay, talk about finishes, I think. Okay, so I'm gonna have a row of techniques.
Okay.
Fair Isle,
Yep.
texture,
Yep.
seaming,
Yep.
lace,
Okay.
and shaping.
Ooh, fancy. Lace will be that maple shawl.
It will, yes. I'm specifically picking things that are on works in progress that I already have.
Note to self, distract Diana as much as possible. Received.
Also, shaping might apply to little toys.
Yes. Could reply to waist shaping and sweaters.
It could apply to that, yeah. Anything that has interesting shape. What is your...
This is what she does.
She's
when I'm recording with you, this is what she does to my feet. It's why
How
you
is
see
that
me move my feet
comfortable?
and adjust. I don't know, but she's sleeping.
I can't even describe. She's got one of her front paws sticking out the back somehow.
Yeah. You know, she's super comfortable when she's snoring. Because she will snore if she's sleeping deep enough.
Well, Linda's asking about the cowl you're knitting right now.
It's for Erin. who did I don't even remember the name of this cowl, but she doesn't enjoy stockinette a lot. And that's
I don't remember Erin sent it to me.
Erin sent the link to you.
Erin can tell us in a second.
Just fine. So it's a really pretty fingering weight, and Erin's doing it out of her Tea Time, which is this beautiful pink I'm currently working in. And I forget what the contrast color is for the color work, but I can show you guys here when I'm done this half of the round. So I offered to knit the stockinette for her because I like roundy stockinette. For me, once I get into the groove, it doesn't take me very long and it doesn't require a lot of thinking. So it's great while I'm waiting on the phone to deal with stuff for disability.
Quill crossing.
Quill crossing.
Thank you. I'll remember it eventually because I want to make one of these now.
So I offered to do this for her so that she didn't have to, because her time is very, very busy. And I really, really, really want things like, you know, the sock clubs to come out on time. And I want her to have finished FOs and things. So technically what you'll see is this side of the knit.
It's so I mean, the back side's pretty too, but like.
So this is the outside of
Oh
the,
my gosh.
So she did all that color work.
Beautiful.
And I don't remember the contrast color name, but I do know that this pink is Tea Time, which I love working in because it is so.
Aubergine is the purple.
Aubergine?
Yeah.
Eggplant purple?
Yes.
And I love this color combo so freaking much.
It's so great.
I can't wear Tea Time. Like if you see, I can't put Tea Time next to my face. I can put the aubergine near my face.
Yeah, Tea Time's a touch too pink.
But Tea Time's too pink for me. And that's just because of my skin tone and colors. So I'm super happy to work on this for her. And I get the joy of working in this yarn and in this colorway. And then it gets the joy of being with somebody that will use it. So I am just slowly making my way around, and I have to do 11 inches of stockinette, and then it goes back to Erin. And then I'm going to probably end up doing the other section of stockinette for her, and then it'll go back to her and she'll kitchener it closed.
And
that was
she's
her snoring.
Wow.
It's recording time. Mommy's recording on the internet. Time to snore.
Absolutely.
She's the cutest thing this side of last Tuesday. She's so freaking adorable, which is good because she gets
pretty
in
cute.
so much trouble.
My brother's cat this morning, he knows he's not supposed to scratch the furniture. I told you this story already, but I'll repeat it for the audience. The cat knows he's not supposed to scratch the furniture.
So
he knows he gets yelled at but he gets attention when he scratches the furniture.
Yes.
So we weren't paying enough attention to him. All four of us, we weren't paying enough attention to him.
Nope.
And so he's scratching at the furniture, and my brother was like, Gilbert.
Stare down.
Yeah, and they had like a little stare down, and Gilbert like starts scratching again. Gilbert.
Yep.
And they have it like a very intense stare down. Don't do it. Don't do it. Gilbert reaches out a paw. No nails, just a paw, staring at my brother the entire time and just goes boop on the couch.
Yeah, it's exactly what cats do.
You little troublemaker.
It's like owning a 2-year-old. It's a perpetual 2-year-old.
Oh my
It's
God.
like nearly 20 years of toddler is what
He's-
you sign on for when you get a cat.
Yeah, well, he's 8 months old, so he's like adolescent cat.
Which is the hardest stage.
Oh my God. He's a terror. He is absolutely a terror.
He mellows a little when they get into adulthood, and then they reach senior cat stage, and all bets are off. Because then they have all sorts of opinions on about how things should be run.
Jerry says, "Make him away."
Make him away.
Did I say that at some point? I probably did.
Yeah.
Did I? I didn't even notice.
Critical role, guys. Critical role. Oh my goodness gracious. I suppose.
I said says shaping. Oh, sorry. I have one more roll up.
You okay? Yes.
I have an other crafts roll
Mm-hmm.
because I should probably finish some crochet. I should probably finish some spinning. I would like to try that cross stitch kit that I bought on sale.
Oh, you mean like the one I have in the drawer?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. I would like to
Okay.
try some embroidery.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I would like to do some sewing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm gonna have to make a third
not
bingo
doing
card.
anything specific about any of these except the cross stitch is going to be that one kit that I already have because that's all the cross stitch that I've got. And the spinning is probably going to be one of the things that I've already got in progress, either the silk that I'm drop spinning or the Pullworth on the e-spinner.
Yeah.
But the crochet could literally be like if I seam my patchwork cardigan together and do the edges, that counts.
It
If I
does.
finish the Lighthouse Shawl, that counts.
And if it encourages you to get some whips dealt with and done and off your table, yes.
Oh,
Yes. Yes.
so yeah. So I'm gonna get a lot more squares done because I'm being more generic because I'm finally, after we've been doing this, I think this is the third year that we're doing this.
Third year. And I've
2022.
finally
I'm
quarterly check-ins.
I'm finally gonna get a bingo, you guys. I'm gonna do it.
We've got that state of the whip. I made a little intro card. It's got a nice title and a song. I'm like, that would be great for State of the Whips quarterly. You and me sit down and we talk about what we've done.
That sounds like a magazine, State of the Whip Quarterly.
It does sound like a magazine. It's not.
It's not happening. We're not doing a
me.
magazine.
I know. That is way too much work.
Oh my God, yeah.
No, that's too much work, guys. Also, we don't want me editing because
We can barely maintain an Instagram feed. How would we do a magazine?
I wouldn't even say we maintain an Instagram feed. That would be
I
giving us
said barely.
way more credit than I think we deserve at this point. I suppose I should talk about what I'm going to work on
Yeah.
because I've got 2, and that's not enough. I think I'm making a 3rd one when we're done.
Gosh, you're just okay. Go ahead.
Well, I don't want to have fewer crochet or knitting goals, but I want to have some sewing goals and other crafting goals. So I feel like I need a 3rd one. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Whatever.
Do.
How's chat doing?
How is chat doing? No updates.
No updates.
No updates. I know. It's weird. Let's see. I'm just like, I'm trying to do things and write words and say words, and I don't know what words are actually coming out of my face because I'm trying so hard to write things on my squares.
You having problems multitasking
I
between thinking,
am.
writing, and verbalizing?
I am
I don't know, man.
trying to
Feel
fill in
like
this card, this rough draft
something-
card, so I can flip it over and do a nicer one after.
You could come over earlier. I think I did say if you wanted to come over earlier for the coloring and the doodling part, you were more than welcome to do so.
I tried. This was my showing up earlier.
Oh my god. Okay, cool.
Okay, in my defense, Gilbert was sticking his little toes out, and I had to play with his little toe beans.
I own a cat. That is not a defense.
But he lets me play with his toe beans.
He does, which for the cat is flippin' weird.
It is so weird.
So my initial thought was instead of doing a make 9 for knitting, I would do a make 9 for sewing,
Oh, that's a thought.
which would give me a way to start doing some sewing projects, which I put off because they're not like a bingo card thing or not, something like this. And I'll put them off if it's not a goal. So I made a quick little make 9 sewing challenge card for myself. But as I sit here and think about it, I want bigger. I want bigger, and I don't have space on my knitting or my crochet cards for embroidery, for cross stitch, for spinning, for the other things I enjoy doing. I want to put charcoal drawing on there because I'd like to try some charcoal sketching again. It has been decades since I've sketched or drawn, so my vision has significantly fallen since I drew anything. So my sister and I were talking about it, and I have some books and stuff, and I still have paper, and all I need is charcoals. And doing that again because it used to bring me joy, and maybe I'm far enough along in the vision loss, it won't anger me anymore like it used to. So I used to get mad about what I couldn't see anymore when I was drawing because I did still lifes. But if I'm far enough separate from it now, if I can let it go and just do the fantasy worlds and stuff where it doesn't matter because it doesn't exist. I'm making it up as I go. So it doesn't matter that I can't see the tree correctly. I'm making the tree up.
Mm-hmm.
So we will see, but I would like to give it a try again and see if it's something I can do for a little bit, which means this make 9 is not big enough because I have more than 9 sewing projects I wanted to do this year, and there's no space for embroidery or other things on here. I'm like, I put in some pretty generic stuff. I put in a casual t-shirt because I want new t-shirts. I put in summer dress because I want a summer dress. I put in new winter coat because I'd like to finish the winter coat I have the materials for. I put in walking skirt. I own an Edwardian walking skirt pattern. I want an Edwardian walking skirt. I have a plaid. I want to make the Edwardian walking skirt pattern out of. I need to stop putting this off and make an Edwardian walking skirt. And then I put in Evie's outfit. I'm specifically referencing the 1999 The Mummy movie.
Oh my, okay.
And I'm referencing.
I've still never seen that.
We're going to watch that, and if it's not while you're here, it'll be like for 2 weeks when you're home, we will do a Zoom and watch thing because that is offending me on way too many levels right now, and it's available online. We're going to do that because what? She's dressed for the 1920s, and in the opening library scene, you can see her standing on a ladder. Insert comedy cue here. But she's wearing a front button shirt with a loose necktie, like drapey loose necktie, and a 1920s flare skirt with the shoes and the open straight cardigan. Now it's all in light beiges, which works really well on the actress's coloring and the fact that she's in Egypt. Mm-hmm. I want to do it in darker colors so it looks better on my frame.
Right.
So like a chocolate brown, because I look really good in chocolate browns. So I want to do that, but I want to knit the cardigans at a fingering weight, straight A-line cardigan with pockets, like your old school grandpa style cardigan, with a button down front blouse with the necktie and the skirt. I may not do the shoes. History bounding is what I'm going for, so it's history-esque, not specific, as the case may be, right? Because heels and me cause problems with feeling the ground. And I feel the ground to see where I'm going more than seeing the ground. So
bounding, not cosplay.
Bounding, not cosplay. So it'll probably be like my flat Mary Janes or something, which will be close enough for history bounding that they work and they let me, walk. Live. It'll be the same thing with the walking skirts. Like they will have the right silhouette and shape.
I've offended Sherry that I've never seen The Mummy. I'm sorry, Sherry. I will fix this.
We're fixing it. It might
I might get a bingo card for like old pop culture movies.
Make that a Patreon thing, something we do once a quarter. We sit down and we all watch a movie.
Oh, we have a movie night?
We have a movie night.
Oh, we could do that.
I think that's a good idea.
Okay.
So this make 9, not gonna work. It's not big enough. It's not crazy enough. I think that bounced off Diana's foot.
It totally did.
So I'm going to make a 3rd bingo card. Do not do my level of crazy if you do not want to do my level of crazy. My level of nut bar is not required. You do what makes you happy for goals, because when I don't meet my goals, I don't stress about it. They're aspirations and deadlines, and I love functioning under an aspiration and a deadline. Makes me happy. I like that last minute, oh my God, get it done, you have a deadline panic. That is my happy space. It is why I thrived in the retail environment. It's why I thrive in high stressful situations, because it brings me joy. Keeping track of multiple people while going blind at a knitting convention is my happy space. Dinah can tell you, it doesn't stress me out. It doesn't wear me down.
It stresses me out.
Diana has to take a nap. Like, we're just very different people that way. But she knows she can leave me. I'll still keep track of everything. She can take the time she needs and come back. And she knows I'm fine because I'm not bothered by it. It's just not a problem for me. So that is my happy. And I'm quite happy to add a third card to that list. I got space on my corkboard. It can go there.
Absolutely.
So that's what I'm going to do.
People like the movie idea.
I think the movie idea is great to be a great Patreon thing. And it also means we can stop hearing you say movies you haven't watched that I've watched, which just says all the wrong things. So I'm going to set that up and I'm going to start booking Diana because Mummy's first because we need to fix that.
All right.
Oh, you know I've watched The Mummy.
Okay, I'm making a note right here. We're doing quarterly Patreon movie nights.
We are so doing quarterly Patreon movie nights.
Night optional.
Yeah. We'll pick a time because we're so all over the place. Probably sometime during a weekend at noon, Manitoba time.
Probably. It'll be a movie afternoon for me, but that's fine
for us.
Honestly, my ideal Saturday has me getting up around 11 and watching something anyway. So if I just like watch something else,
be fine.
It'll be great.
That'll work just great. Okay, perfect. So I did make 2 crisp, clean, and new bingo cards. They're not fully colored in yet, but I have doodled. They're doodled in it. Look, I did little hearts on the crochet one. And little flowers on the knitting one.
That's very cute.
I need to color them in. I need to get my pencil crayons. That's right. I have a back to school supplies came out. My mom asked me if I needed new pencil crayons or markers. I'm nearly 40. And I said, no, I'm still good, thank you. Because had I needed new boxes of pencil crayons and markers, I would have been allowed to go get some for back to school shopping supplies because I love school supply shopping.
You know, stationery in general is just like, it's good.
So good. You have to remember, I'm the weirdo at university had color-coded note systems.
Oh, I did too. Absolutely. I'm right there with you.
The highlighter had to match the tab colors, and the tab colors had to be the correct tab colors for the subject and the topic for the studying. So like
I had
your essay tabs were different from your test tabs.
I started bullet journaling in university just to keep my everything straight. And I had a color coded tag system in like I had to highlight certain things in different colors for different classes.
Yes.
So that I could keep track of like, okay, this one's got a test and an exam and a project, but this other one's just got a like one little assignment.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No. Absolutely. It organized to snot. However, it meant I didn't stress exams because by the time you took notes and then retook your notes and then had them all color coordinated, you knew your stuff. Like
Absolutely.
You knew your stuff.
Yeah, that's the only reason I survived second year math.
Review? Sure, I'll just reread my notes once. I'm good. And I was.
Pretty much.
I color coded it and went, there's a gap here that wasn't discussed. Go to the book, fill it in. I also wrote copious amounts of notes. Thank goodness I could see better at the time. I'd have to type them now, and it's not nearly as fulfilling. It's not nearly as satisfying to have to type notes. Handwriting your notes out. Yeah. Oh, I miss having enough vision to do that. All right. I got crochet bingo for 2022, and I have knitting bingo for 2022, and I'm going to make a crafting bingo for 2022, and I'm going to put the sewing, embroidery, and other things on there.
Decoration optional for questions in chat. Decoration entirely optional.
Decoration is over the top. I do it because I like it.
If something very utilitarian and sketchy works for you, or if it's just like a list, that's totally fine.
You do not need to doodle flowers on your bingo card.
If you want to do the whole like watercolor bullet journal artistic thing, you can do that too.
Just do that too.
Do whatever makes you happy. You
want to washi tape them? Do
what makes you happy.
Do what makes you happy. I also made some small adjustments. Diana can see, you guys might not be able to, in my big 4x4 square. So 4x4. I have a tiny little square in the top right hand corner blocked off.
I enjoy how your crochet has 2 H's in it.
I know. I don't know why. I was really tired last night, and that's exactly how that happened. So I'm
also
leaving it.
Your knitting is kinting.
Yep, I know. Yep.
Okay.
I was writing this at 10 o'clock last night. I should have been in bed.
It's fine.
Don't care. It's not going to be perfect. And I can't be bothered to change it because I just don't want to. I was also talking to Mom on the phone.
Yes.
Yeah. So whatever. I can read it. I know what I mean. We're fine. My top corners, I have little squares. That's where I'm going to put my X's. so that I can, underneath each of my goals, write down what project fits the goal. So I did that to make my life easier so that I could keep better track of what's going on. She snorted. I don't know if she's waking up to roll over or what she's doing.
She's still immobile. She tucked her paw in though, so it doesn't seem like it's broken hanging out the back anymore.
Well, she might have, felt your condescension, your voice. What do I got here?
So weird.
There are some overarching themes for me. I want to have 12 new sweaters at the end of next year. I want a sweater a month.
That's so many sweaters.
Now I have some sweaters already on the needles. I have some sweaters I already have plans for, and I have some sweaters that I either have yarn being mailed to me right now or I want to make. So I said no. If I can do a bulky weight sweater in a month while doing everything else I do, I can darn well get 12 sweaters done in a year. I can get 12 sweaters done in a year. Even the fingering ones. I know I can do it. It's not an unachievable goal. Because if you think about it, I finished the lodge sweater, the festive yoke sweater, which are already on my needles. What else do I already have on my needles that's a sweater?
You've got an 8-bit?
I got an 8-bit.
I'm
trying to remember what else I have on my needles that's a sweater. I know there's more than that. There are other.
Looking around.
I mean, I've got the Iskald yarn for the Iskald already. I have the yarn for the rosette already. And I have the February sweater challenge and for the fiber friends. And there's the 2-week sweater challenge with Louise. So I'm already at 7 sweaters that I already own the yarn for.
This chair rocks so good.
If you ask my dad and you pay him, he will make you one.
Maybe.
Your housewarming present is me paying the shipping to get you rocking chairs.
Might have to do it IKEA style.
It comes flat backed. Weird amount, but he probably could get it pretty flat, so you had to put somewhat together. But oh gosh, no, he would stack one and stack the other and try to cram them into a box and mail you his and hers.
Oh my gosh,
because he does a couple chairs for him.
Aw.
Yeah. So knowing that I wanted 12 sweaters, knowing that some of them are going to be crocheted sweaters, which take even less time than knitted sweaters because there's some crochet sweater patterns I want to make. I knew I had to put 12 sweaters across these.
Chat thinks you're crazy for your 12 sweaters.
I am crazy. When I don't doubt this. I also know that when we stop and think about it, without even trying, this year I did what? Sweater for my niece. Because we did the winter patchwork cardigan.
Yep.
Then there was the Saturday morning sweater, the moonbow sweater, the Havanaro sweater, the half moon tee, which is technically sweater because I made it full length, and I would have made full length sleeves, but I didn't have enough yarn. So we're already at 5 last year, and I wasn't even trying.
Yeah. Okay.
And that's just off the top of my head. Like, I'm pretty sure also we'll be like, no, you also did this and this. So like, it's when we stop.
Jen says 12 sweaters is easy.
Yeah, Jen, I have to make them my sized. I don't have
Jen
grandkids.
can do like 12 sweaters in a week, so whatever. Jen is a sweater machine.
If I could knit sweaters like you, 12 sweaters would not be a challenge for me, Jen. I know. And there is many patterns. But when I can do it. I can knock out a sweater a month, or start a sweater and finish it in the next month once I've started the next sweater. Like, I know I can do this. The 8-bit's 2/3 finished, and it'll count. The large sweater, I'm making my way up the body steadily. It counts. So like, there's a lot of things I've already got going. Once I get into that color work for the festive yoke sweater, it's gonna fly.
I'm trying to balance on your rocking chair and it's not working.
You're not supposed to balance on the rocking. You're supposed to rock on the rocking chair. Mind you, it's built for me, so you might be able to tuck your legs up.
I can't actually reach the ground. I tucked up one leg and the other leg can't reach the ground anymore.
It's because it's meant for me. I got longer legs.
We're like almost the same height though in the frame, so that's good.
Well, it's because torso-wise, I look like a regular human until I stand up. So I know that. So it's fine. For me, it's a perfectly normal, acceptable challenge. Because I can do a crochet sweater in 2 weeks or less with full sleeves and still get other stuff done. I remember I can make some of these things projects that I can work on in the background with Louise for the monthly check-in challenges.
Mm-hmm.
And if I do the Fiber Friends Fiber Ray sweater challenge and I do the 2-week sweater challenge and I make those both bulky sweaters, which I have some bulky sweaters on my list, that's 2 sweaters in 1 month.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I guess if you're doing bulky sweaters,
There's a couple, because there's the Stone Warrior, then there's the one you made for your mom. Boho throw. I've got another one that's a marled one that I want to make that I have in my favorites bundle that I want to use that pink and gray yarn for. That was going into a pattern design that has absolutely irritated the snot out of me, so I have to walk away from it. And like, if I make it again, and I will make it again, has to be in different colors because I'm so mad. So I'm going to pull that yarn out and make another chunky throwover sweater. So even though I've got a lot of fingering weight sweaters in there, I do have sport weight, DK weight, and bulky weight in there as well too. Like even the Iskouts fingering held with mohair. And I mean, I'm going to hold it with a lace weight.
Yeah.
But that's still going to give me like a sport DK weight. Totally doable. Totally doable. And in theory, might help me stay a smidge more focused. Smidge. Right. The other crochet things I wanted to do, other than sweaters, and there's a lot of sweaters going on here. I wanted a blanket FO. I want to get at least 1 crochet blanket off of my list this year. I have a couple of vest FOs because there's some beautiful summer crocheted vests I want to make for when I'm running around in my tank tops or in the casual shirts and capris that I like to run around in the summer. I want some nice crochet-y, boho, hippie vests.
Nice, nice.
Yeah, we're going to go from Edwardian to 1960s. Apparently that is my happy zone.
I would love to see the blend of Victorian, like the very tailored Victorian and 1960s.
No, that is right. It's the princess walking skirt with the boho vest thrown over top with the long sleeve dress shirt. I want to see
this combination.
I would do it for you. I want to do some more crochet shawls because there is the Sis Love Cal that I started and then I didn't like the yarn I'd chosen for it, which is the SIS for like the Sister Love crochet shawl, which does not look crocheted. True. Not, and it is gorgeous. And then I ran across a pattern was shared, I think it was shared in the Patreon feed, for a Victorian crocheted shawl.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I want to make that. I super want to make that. So want to make that.
Oh my gosh, I would love to make one of those
I think
really
it's like made
old
out of
patterns.
I think it's like out of crochet cotton, like it's out of cotton thread.
Yeah.
Like I think it's gonna drive me
I would love to
nuts.
make something out of like an 1800s pattern.
That'd
be amazing.
I want to do it so much. So like I put some crochet shawls on here because there are some crochet shawls that I'm like, it's way past time. It's way past time. I need to make these things. I need them in my life. What did I talk about? I already talked about the sweaters. I did write seasonal decor so I could choose Halloween or Christmas.
Oh.
And continue to make things for my space for the season I am in.
Very smart.
And because it's seasonal, it can be whatever flippin' season happens to be when I make it.
It has a flower on it. It's for spring.
Bingo. Hey, listen, bag, man. I got some stuffies on here because I've got that crocheted stuffy fantasy creature book.
Yes.
And that's happening this year.
Yes.
Because I need the dragon and I need the unicorn and I need probably that goblin and
so you need the whole adventuring party and the monsters for them to go fight, right?
And also bought me some patterns for knitted stuffies for little girls and dresses and stuff. So yes, I in fact do.
So you need the knight and the princess and then all the things for the knight fight.
Yes.
Or maybe the princess can fight them to get
the
knight.
princess can fight.
Yeah.
The knight is a damsel in distress if we're honest about it.
Yeah, well, yeah.
It's all shiny and stiff. They're not stiff, guys. Actual armor is quite movable. Reality speaking, you can move quite well in armor. So those are going on. And then what else? I got my free space. I did put in a specific set. I didn't name them, but I do know what I want. I also put a new design in here. So like a new crochet design next year. So I put a cowl FO, fingerless mitts FO, and a leg warmer FO. And I'm specifically referencing that Dylan cowl. Which I should grab because I do have it. I didn't give it to the kid. I still have it here. I should show it to you. Because I made the Dylan cowl in that pink red heart sparkle.
Right. I remember this. Yes.
For the kid. And I forgot to give it to her. So still here. It's fine. She'll get it when she gets it. She gets them all the time for me. It's fine.
Asa says you should show me the dishcloths the Halloween dishcloths you got during Advent.
It's in this bin here.
So I don't fall over.
I can. It's in here somewhere with my pens and my. Here we go.
Oh,
Are they dishcloths or are they face cloths? I don't know.
whatever they're cloths. They're pretty. What
I
are
mean,
these? There's a shape.
They're really pretty.
Oh, it's a pumpkin.
So I'll probably go in my bathtub on top of my bathtub caddy
Oh, this is so cute.
because then it'll be a face cloth and it'll be
I love it.
a super fancy face. I got Advent stuff.
Let's see. How about like that?
So I'm gonna do.
That's so cute.
I'm gonna do that for crochet, and I feel like that's good. Get a sweater off my hook, or get a blanket off my hook. Have a couple sweaters that I want to make on my hook and off my hook, and do a design and get some decor stuff and do some stuffing. So that's all in the realm of stuff I like to make.
This one. Oh, this one's a jack-o'-lantern.
I know there's a pattern. I just can't see the pattern. I can feel it. I just can't see it. Knitting wise, lots of sweaters.
All the sweaters.
I put 8 sweaters on here. It's a lot of sweaters.
I feel like all of the technique squares on mine are going to be for sweaters.
Possibly. I did put socks. I left a big space at the top of socks because I'm debating whether I should just leave it as socks or if I should specify patterned socks, because I'll just make vanilla socks, but I have so many patterned socks that I want to make and I keep putting it off. I'm like, do I just say patterned socks, which forces me to do the patterned socks? Because I know once I start making them, I'm going to like them. I just default to vanilla. So I'm wondering if that might help get me over that hump. I don't know. I haven't quite decided yet. I did more seasonal decor because sometimes I want to knit seasonal decor. And the little girls with the fairy dresses will be like Halloween themed. And they'll go out at Halloween. So it's seasonal. That's how this works for me. T-shirt. FO I put a couple of times because there's the Dingley t-shirt. I think it's the striped V-neck one. And there's a knitted tank top and the Elfie tee. So like I got a couple of t-shirts that I want to make in knitted. Because I feel like for me that'd be really good. Because then it also gives me an excuse to buy linen cotton blends.
Oh.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Or like linen silk blends. Imagine a linen silk blend tank top for the summer.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wait, I need to add another square to my thing.
I wasn't born yesterday, people. That's going to feel so nice against my skin. And I can make the strap wide enough and I can make the V high enough that we can hide all the bits we're not supposed to show in public. And then I'm still not, and then it's not so big underneath that it's too big everywhere else. So I don't like have an armhole that's way too big for me. And then I can make it to fit me, which will be really good. I'm still going to like sew myself a couple of tank tops because it's faster. But I think I want to try knitting some of the lighter weight materials into t-shirts, into tank tops, into things that I like to wear in the summer. And I can never commit to a full sleeve shirt, but I think I'd like to do a couple of elbow length, like silk linens, linen, hemp, like those sorts of blends. Because
good.
It's going to feel really nice against my skin. It's going to be really nice in the summer, and it's going to be really me. Because I can pick my colors and it'll fit me really well because I made it to my dimensions.
Yes.
So that is, and cottons, like fingering weight cottons and nylons and stuff. So like super good. And I mean, you don't get as hot as I do, as fast as I do. So you could do sock yarn because you could wear that lightweight of a wool with a nylon because the wool breathes so well. It insulates both ways. It'll keep you cool as well as keep you warm.
But also I love this linen silk idea.
I know. And we have that. I got that two
just like
quantities.
A slightly slubby one.
See this 2 quantities of linen I got hanging out here.
Yeah.
Got to do something with.
I
only need one color for the mallow, for the marsh.
Yeah.
If I make the marsh, because I already have the mallow, which is the cardigan version. Yeah, I could just turn those into t-shirts.
Oh, do I want to do the marsh or the mallow with the one?
Yeah, because one's the t-shirt, one's the cardigan.
Yeah.
I feel like she might be putting my cardigan on again after this just to see what one she likes better.
Well, am I going to wear a cardigan or a pullover? Because, I mean, I like both.
Yes, you do. She ends up making 2.
I mean, that's also an option, too.
All right. I did put 2 new design squares on here for the knitting. And I did put a cowl, mitt, and headband trio. in one of the squares.
Ah, match set.
A matched set, because I'd like a matched set. I did throw on some mitten neffos, fingerless mittens, full mittens, it doesn't matter. I still want to get more mittens in my life. So I want to work on that this coming year as well.
Oh, Melanie wants to know what's on your mannequin.
This has my fantasy, well, it has a stick that used to hold a toy for a cat. This is my healer dress that I wore to KeyCon, which is billed as a science fiction fantasy literature convention here in the city. And then over top of it, I put on my steampunk coat just to cover my mannequin so that you just didn't see, you know, the bra stuffed with socks that help make the chest measurements correct versus the shoulder measurements on my poor mannequin. It is one of those ones that's why I started, when I was looking at this last night, I was actually looking at my mannequin going, I want the embroidery, but I also want to do some DIY things, which is other crafting. So like I need a third card because I want to make my own dress form.
Oh.
Like plaster of Paris myself.
Yes.
My own dress form. Which will be great. And I already have the stand because I mean she's on the stand. And
Sounds
she's
messy.
secondhand. Oh yeah, no, it's a hot mess. Aaron's like, I have a garage. I'm like, I'm probably gonna end up doing Aaron at the same time. Poor husband.
Oh dear.
This would be so much mess all over the place between the two of us, and I think we'll have a rip-roaringly good time doing it.
Absolutely, it will.
But it'll be really nice because then I don't have to use an old defunct undergarment stuffed with singular socks that have no matched pairs to have it for draping, and then I can set it so that the post and the pole is as long as I need it to be. Then if I don't want to use this post and pole, I can actually just buy like an ivy post, like you can buy an ivy hook and stand, and I can stick that in the yeah. So it has been on the back of my mind to either order a custom made form or make my own custom made form. I haven't decided which I want to do, but I feel like I'm going to put on the other crafting is some other crafts. Like I want to be like new to you craft. So like, or a new to you DIY or a new DIY. So something I haven't done before so that I'm encouraged to try new things.
I feel like you need to make like a 3-dimensional bingo card. So it's like a bingo cube.
Probably.
Because then you can make 5 more bingo cards.
And all have it in the same space, except it will all be on computers.
Yeah, you could have 5 bingo cards that way, and then it's a cube. Yeah.
Everybody, how did you do? Well, my blue side's kind of full, but my green side is a little naked. 2023, it's just covered in bingo cards.
I want a bingo cube now. I want to see a bingo cube.
So that's my idea, and those are my plans. Some of them are highfalutin pattern socks. I only put 3 pairs of socks on there because let's be realistic.
You can do a whole sweater in 2 weeks, but socks?
Socks take me months. Take me months.
Socks are forever.
Feels like it anyway, that's for dang sure. So I know this about myself. Plurific. It's one where you do something a lot. It starts with a P.
Prolific.
Thank you. Sock knitter, I am not. I am not. But a sweater knitter.
Mm-hmm.
That I can be. And I really want to push to start making my own clothes again because I've got such beautiful fabrics that I need to use. And I need an excuse to buy new fabrics, which means I need to get through the fabrics I have. That's what I'm thinking.
Yep.
So that's my bingo card plans.
I'm trying to figure out what the delay on the stream is. And it's got to be like 45 seconds. Like it's a lot. Boss is like, socks are just a couple of days.
This is a woman who makes 30 pairs this year. Oh, no, I can't. I actually find socks draining. I find them tiring and draining. I love wearing them. I'm not a big fan of making them. I will make them. They're just not at the top of my list.
Fair.
I think I'd rather make hats. I don't even wear hats.
Hats are faster.
In my mind, yes. And they're technically not really true.
Sherry's saying, I used to peel off the stickers on my Rubik's Cube. I feel like you could do that and replace the stickers.
I totally could, couldn't I?
And then you can like shuffle it up and be like, now I have a bingo.
Oh man, that'd be hilarious.
Nikki's saying, I have knit a sweater in 8 days. That's impressive.
Did you hear her voice go up as she got to the end of that statement?
8 days. What?
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 Best I've done is like 7 weeks.
I think it's totally doable. None of the challenges are outside the realm of possibility.
No.
Some of them are a bit of a stretch. They're not that bad of a stretch. I didn't put anything super crazy on there like last year's start a project page for every project. What was I thinking?
I'm choking on that laugh.
Why? Not just laugh. Even I realize that's ridiculous. I don't know what in the world I thought was going to happen with that one. That is so did not happen.
Soxy Nana Alice says, Happy New Year, ladies.
Happy New Year. I mean, really, we're within like 24-ish hours.
Close enough.
Close enough. We're in a new year.
So there's this fudge over here.
Yeah.
Can I have some of that?
Of course. That's why I pulled it out of the freezer. Can you reach it?
Maybe. It looked closer. And then I tried to lean forward in this chair, but without falling out of it. And it just, me in this chair having troubles.
Rocking chairs are designed to do things. Eject you rapidly or rock. It's really no in between. Oh, what got you here?
Mom?
It's tasty fudge. That's why it's asked for every year. By like everybody. Everybody asks for fudge. Tell her.
Also said, I need a fingering tea for me in 3 weeks. That's...
Yep.
I mean, I put through a lot of the Ome pretty fast.
You got it done in less than 3 months.
Uh-huh. Susanna says, I think I will be taking about 16 to 20 weeks to knit the sweater that I am working on. That sounds more reasonable. That's my speed.
It just comes down to what sort of fits your vibe and what works for you.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I couldn't do 30 socks in 1 year. That seems to me that's such an amazing thing to accomplish. But I don't work on socks as enthusiastically as I work on sweaters.
That's a little more than 2 pairs a week. That's like 2.1 or 2 pairs a week.
Yeah, give or take.
Christ. Apologies if you're religious and offended by such things. Sometimes doing the math hurts my brain.
Well, and that's, I mean, being this vague, it means when we do cows like that one we thought of the other day that I've already forgotten. There's a good thing there's a note about it. I already forgot the title for it, but when I look at the title, I remember.
We were going to do a solstice cow.
Yeah. So, it is a good thing other people do that. Because, I mean, like, there's the, literally in 2 days we have the podcast anniversary cast on?
Yep.
Do you need to borrow the ball winder?
I was going to ask. I brought it with me. Can I borrow your ball winder and Swift before I go today?
Yes, you can.
Perfect.
We will set up the ball winder. The Swift is already set up, so we'll set that up so you can wind some yarn. I got to wind yarn tonight and do my swatch tomorrow, so I know my gauge is right. Gauge check.
Yeah, I want to be a couple rows in so I've like established a pattern so I can actually work on it while we're supposed to be working on it. Because I cannot do this and count stitches and do like a garter tack cast. I don't even know what the cast on is, but I can't cast on a shawl, and do this at the same time.
Well, I'll be doing ribbing. Woo, ribbing.
Woo! We all love ribbing.
I might cast on while we chat because that's actually going to be easier than the ribbing for me. She's awake.
Slightly. Not really.
Cat awake. And we're done with consciousness. Back to napping. You poking her?
I am.
Her nails are really long. You're
I
unknown
know.
if she catches you right now. Sometimes she gets offended at the foot, so she just lies on top of it to make it stop poking her.
Soxy Nana is asking, what is the ML mystery along? Well, I guess the thing that we were just talking about briefly.
The knit along?
Yeah, it's absolutely not fully fleshed out.
It is a title and a thought.
It is a title and a thought that we came up with the other day.
That floated through our heads the other day. And we're thinking a summer solstice cast on sun, moon, stars themed something.
Yeah.
And it may
in
honestly
the summer sometime around solstice.
Yeah.
Months in the future.
months in the future.
Details to come eventually.
Because it'll be spring equinox will come and go, and they'll be like, oh my gosh, there's the thing we said we were gonna do. We should do that. Diana, ideas. What sticks?
No.
Okay, good. Let's do this.
So, this idea.
That's how it all gets planned out.
Yeah.
I think the only thing we don't have to plan out is a podcast anniversary. What usually happens is in November, I go, oh my God, we need a theme. And then we debate about it. And then last minute, a theme comes to us and we use that one.
Yep.
That's what happens. There's no
Very
more
professional
planning.
outfit over here.
There's no more planning than that goes into these things. Sometimes we get talked into knit-alongs.
Oh, Sherry's saying we should talk again about the podcast anniversary knit-along, since that's in like 2 days. And some people present might not know about the details.
It is in 2 days. In 2 days, we're going to live.
Bye, Nikki.
Bye, Nikki. We're going to cast on our podcast anniversary. So to celebrate our 5th year of podcasting, we're going to still get astounded at 5 as a number. We're going to do some stuffs. So we picked the theme of traditional anniversary presents, which is wood themed, or the modern gift theme, which is silverware, gemstones, like daisies.
Oh, I'm so
There's
smart. I
some
put
ideas.
needles in here.
I'm glad. And we'll take January to the end of March to create an item. 3 skeins or more if you're working in fingering weight or up. If you're working in lace weight,
Like I'm
that's
doing.
a whole other can of worms.
Also, I can't enter our own thing for prizes anyway, so whatever.
It's fine. I'm going to do the Woodworks sweater by Dragon Horde Designs, mostly because there's wood in the title of the name, and I really wanted that sweater because it's a really pretty raglan semi-fit sweater, and it's designed to work with variegated yarn, and I need to wind up all of this pretty yarn I got from Erin, which is the December Sock Club colorway.
I'm using some stash yarn. This is the color Winchester, brackets Dean. I think this is a Supernatural reference.
That would be yes.
I haven't watched Supernatural.
Yeah, the D. Okay, I'll explain it later.
Anyway, it's a silk merino lace weight blend, all browns and grays, and I'm gonna do a maple leaf shawl, a lace maple leaf.
Yep.
Yeah.
In 3 months.
In 3 months, it's definitely gonna be a thing.
Don't get distracted.
Unintentionally, I put it in sort of this woodsy project bag that I got in my advent calendar.
Well, heck, that worked out well.
Doesn't it just work out so well?
That's pretty.
Yeah, that was
Did
an
I show
advent
you the
project.
2 that I got? I should show you the 2 ones I got.
Yes. I feel like maybe you showed me at least one.
One, I think I showed you. They're still sitting in their gift box. I literally took the advent stuff and I put it all in a cube so I could keep it all corralled. I should pull it out now and put it away because I'm done. It's done. And hopefully Ed also gets hers shortly.
Okay. What was this about? Math is hard?
Math is hard.
Lisa, math is hard. I hurt myself figuring out my age this morning. The answer
Sometimes I have to
was
phone
not
my
the
mom and
issue.
ask.
It was the math. Yeah.
Or my mom phones me and goes, how old are you? And I go, I'm
I
sorry, what
definitely
now?
miscalculated the other day and I'm like, I'm 31.
No,
No,
you're 30.
I'm definitely still 30. I haven't made it to 31 yet.
That's upcoming. That's in March. Yeah. Sometimes, how old are you? How old are you? Well, you were my mother, so you gave birth to me. I would
God.
hope you remember how old I am.
Sherry says, the thing you need to know about Supernatural is that the boys are pretty.
That is, in fact, the only thing.
Oh, everybody
says
says very pretty. Okay.
They're very pretty.
They're very pretty?
They're
Okay.
very
I
pretty.
can watch a show for some very pretty boys.
They're quite pretty.
Okay. Well, I'll add that to the list of pop culture that I need to watch.
Fair. I didn't make it all the way to the end of Supernatural, but I did watch the first couple of seasons. It's dark. Like, there's a lot of dark scenes, so
Mhm.
it loses me after a while because, well, what am I saying? Very pretty boys. I mean, it's enjoyable, but if there's nothing else to reference point it, I'm not gonna watch.
What are the dates for the podcast anniversary? It's January 1st,
First till the last day of March.
last day of March, whatever day that is.
31st. I believe.
31st. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I know things. I don't
Sure,
know things.
You don't know things.
Mm-mm.
You
I
know the big
absolutely
thing
don't
we
know
have to
things.
do? Steam winter sale.
Yes. Who did do that?
I have Steam gift cards. Like $75 worth of Steam gift cards.
Ooh, nice.
I need to go buy some games while they're on sale so we can do some gaming this year. That's what I need to do today. I was gonna do it yesterday instead. I miswrote knitting and crochet on bingo cards and doodled and then went to bed. That's what I did. It's not a good day for me yesterday, guys.
Very productive.
Yeah, I got stuff done even though I felt like garbage. That's all that matters. I ate something I shouldn't have. I had an allergic reaction yesterday. That's why I felt like garbage yesterday.
I did some watercolor painting.
Okay.
And I played Pokemon.
Yep.
I didn't even have a shower or get out of my pajamas yesterday.
Full on teen day, did you?
One of my meals was a Terry's chocolate orange.
You're definitely living a healthy life right now.
Yeah, I'm paying for it today. I don't feel so great.
Yeah,
I have regrets.
Terry's chocolate orange for one of your meals.
Yeah, I did.
You're not 15
No,
anymore.
I'm not.
Your body is
It doesn't
not
work
going to be
very
okay
well.
with that.
My teeth were even warning me while I was eating it, like, hey, you shouldn't be doing this. Oh, but I don't want to be old. I don't want my teeth to hurt when I eat sugar. And then I don't want my intestines to hurt the next day because I ate sugar. I don't want to be old.
Your body's like, yeah, too bad. Weirdo. Okay. On the bright side, that's it. We're all wrapped up. We've discussed our bingo cards.
We have indeed.
We have our plans.
Oh, Suzanne is back. She's working on stuff and says our yarn is great.
Yeah. I'm really excited to cast on Saturday morning.
I'm excited to wind this stuff. It's really soft. I just
Saturday
want to
morning the
pet
first?
every center.
Yes, Saturday morning's the first because I see you.
Yes, because today's Thursday.
Today's Thursday.
Tomorrow's Friday.
Which is New Year's Eve.
And we're not doing any lives
And we're not doing any lives.
so far.
We are doing January the 1st cast on.
Yeah.
And January the 2nd monthly live. I get to see you twice. I get to see you all weekend.
Yeah.
Because if we game tomorrow, then I've seen you 4 days straight. And then we had plans to hang out on the 3rd, so I might see you 5 days in a row.
That's a lot of days in a row.
It's a lot of days in a row.
It's fine.
It's a good thing my apartment's nice and quiet. We can hide from people here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You're now the only because COVID happened,
Mm-hmm.
or like COVID spiked again.
Yes.
You're now the only friend that I've seen here.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. Well, you're the only person that I don't, because you're like already connected to the like extended family bubble.
People are like, are you worried about it? I'm like, well, I mean, no. Because I already spend time with Mr. B and his parents. So I'm already in your family bubble.
Yeah. But I canceled all the plans with everybody else that I was going to see because they're like distinctly
bubbles.
outside the bubble,
Yeah,
and
whereas-
they have kids that are too young to be vaccinated.
And I'm
like,
already in the bubble, and
yeah.
all of my friends with kids who are younger or too young to be vaccinated have already backed off because they don't want their kids to get sick, which, I mean, super legit. You don't want to be sick, period, but you definitely don't want to give your kids COVID.
Yeah.
We don't know enough about what that could do to you. We don't know enough about what that could do to you. So
Hang
like,
on.
it's
What?
fine. We're doing things. I don't know. Phone has gotten very interesting to her. I don't know if it's a comment she's reading or a family thing.
Mr. Diana thinks he needs a cast because he thinks he broke his arm slipping on some ice yesterday.
So you're
And he
going-
wants to go today
Okay.
for a cast.
And why can't his parents take him to the emergency room? He's with his parents. They can drive him.
Well, because the ER out by my parents' place in a tiny town with not many people might have fewer people.
Is it even open? It's a smaller one.
It is open, yeah.
Okay.
It's like the one for the
He wants
interlake.
to go to. He's not even. That's not emerge. He goes to urgent care for that. And he should have gone yesterday. Insert complaint about men being dumb when it comes to their health care.
Anyway, so
Ridiculous.
Yeah. Okay, well, I guess that's what I'm dealing with later.
Oh Lord.
Oh gosh.
Thinks he broke his arm.
Indeed. Oh my gosh, why do we have so many bots posting crap? It's like the 4th one today.
Well, it's because they're eager to have you click to spam your internet connection with garbage.
It's not even a link though. Like, oh my god. Anyway, moving right along.
It's there.
Yeah. Well, he's waited this long, so he can wait a little longer.
Yeah. I don't think he broke his arm. If he broke his arm, he would have wanted to go yesterday. It would have been a ton more pain.
At the very least, it's sprained and he might need some kind of bracing.
Sprained, I could easily see like a really bad sprain. But like if you break it, it really hurts. You don't wait a day.
Yeah.
You don't wait a day.
Yeah, when
You
the
go
text
right
was,
away.
my arm is probably not broken. Like, okay, well, it's probably not because you're texting me that it's probably not.
Yeah.
If it was, you'd be texting me from the ER.
Yeah. You wouldn't be texting, you'd be phoning with your one hand from the ER.
Mm-hmm.
Because your other arm would hurt too bad to do anything with.
Mm-hmm.
And if he slept, I did worst, he might have like a hairline fracture. Like I've done some stuff on hairline fractures and it hurt, but it didn't hurt near as much as a break. Like a break hurts. It hurts so bad.
Did that once when I was 5. Don't
Yes.
wish to repeat that.
Don't wish to repeat that process ever again. Thank you. Other than burns, the only thing that hurts worse than a break is a burn. A really good burn. Nothing hurts like a really good burn. Oof.
It just keeps hurting too.
Yes. Yeah. So your husband's a genius.
Awesome.
So
Cool.
glad he has a master's degree.
But you know, the more degrees, I feel like the less common sense.
My dad has a phrasing. He knows a lot of incredibly smart, well-educated, stupid people. He's not wrong.
Yeah. Yeah.
Some of my smartest friends can't figure out basic humaning.
He's so good at so many things.
Yes, he is amazing at a lot of things.
This is obviously not one of
I
them.
don't think this is going to be one of those.
I love him very
fields.
much. I do not mean to disparage him. I love him very much, and I will take him to the ER if that's what he wants to do.
Oh my goodness gracious. His pants.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if that's the case, then we should wrap up so that I can send you on your way to go do that.
Yeah, well, I'm going to do my bingo card first because, you know, he's
He
waited this long. This message. Well, God. Not even 5 minutes between them at this point.
He's sending you lots of updates right now?
Oh, no, just more bots in the channel.
Well, if we're being bot heavy, then I think we're done.
Also says, break hurts like hell. He would not have been sleeping.
He would not have been sleeping. No.
No, but
Could
probably.
he possibly need a brace? Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah.
Probably not unless it's like a really bad sprain. Most of the time they don't send you home with braces anymore with sprains. They tell you to not be a doink and wrap it.
Well, my afternoon got more complicated. Anyway.
Yes, it did. On the bright side, I can say until 2 days from now.
Yeah, until Friday. No, wait,
Till Saturday.
Until Saturday.
I'm Jocelyn.
I'm Diana.
And no matter where your New Year's Eve takes you, don't forget to knit. Hilarious. I can't believe he waited to now to tell you.
God, I know.
Jeez.
Okay, hang on. I need the mouse. Come here, mouse.
No mouse.
I need to end
You need a
this.
flat surface. There you go.
I got my